Hello and welcome to Headlines Nigeria on ITI. Reaching you from our studios in Abuja, I am Grace Ukot with a brief summary of the interesting news making the headlines in our national dailies. Join me as we take a look at the first paper. Next newspaper says, Bankole fights Daniel in Ota. The rivalry between the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Dimeji Bankole, and Governor of Ogun State, Gbenga Daniel, yesterday led to a brawl during the commissioning of the overhead bridge constructed by the federal government in Ota, Ogun State. Nigerian Compass angry Mark sacks committee over illegal screening of NCC board members. Senate President David Mark yesterday wielded the big stick against the Committee on Communications by sacking its members. Their offense? They allegedly screened the nominee members of the governing board of the Nigerian Communications Commission without the knowledge of the upper chamber. Still in Nigerian Compass, Lautech, Oyinloa meets Alao-Akala today. Governor Olagunsoye Oyinloa of Osun State will meet his Oyo State counterpart Otumba Adebayo Alao-Akala today over the lingering Lautech University of Technology ownership crisis. And in leadership newspaper, Dino, Nwachukwu, others risk 21-year jail terms. The magistrate court sitting in Abuja yesterday adjourned till August 5, 2010, the suit between the Commissioner of Police and the member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Austin Nwachukwu, following the demand by the prosecutor to go through the case file, which he said was handed over to him yesterday. And Vanguard newspaper says reps okay 240.5 billion naira budget for NDDC. The House of Representatives yesterday passed a budget of 240.5 billion naira for the Niger Delta Development Commission in 2010. President Goodluck Jonathan made a proposal of 236 billion naira for the commission last week, but the House decided to increase the budget by 4 billion naira. Punch newspaper, Falconets sues federal government over state of public hospitals. Lagos lawyer Mr. Femi Falana has sued the federal government over its alleged failure to equip public hospitals in the country. Falana is seeking to compel government to ensure that there are adequate medical and health facilities for all persons in the country. Laborer shot dead for firewood theft is also seen in Punch newspaper. The satellite town of Kuje, Abuja, was on Thursday thrown into confusion following the alleged killing of a Hausa laborer by a security guard. And now moving over to politics, next newspaper, Jega won 74 billion naira in 2 weeks. Next year's elections may be seriously hindered if the 74 billion naira needed by the Independent National Electoral Commission for fresh voters register is not provided in 14 days. Atahiru Jega, the commission's chairman, warned yesterday. Leadership newspaper, 2011, students pro-Jonathan group stop IBB Ibadan rally. Former military president General Ibrahim Babangida failed to show up yesterday at the rally he planned to declare his presidential bid in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, after threats from students and pro-Jonathan groups in the state. Vanguard newspaper reports controversy as ANPP again postpones convention. For the second time in as many weeks, the All Nigeria People's Party ANPP again postponed its national convention, slated to begin in Abuja tomorrow, amidst growing controversy over the alleged zoning of the chairmanship position of the party to the southeast. Business news. Nigerian Compass, Nigeria spends 600 billion naira on fuel imports. The federal government has been spending $4 billion, that's 600 billion naira annually, on petroleum product imports, which includes subsidized consumption costs due to the inefficiency of the nation's 4 refineries. And in the next newspaper, we see CBN Partner Security Commission on single registrar. The Central Bank of Nigeria has said it is working with the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, towards creating a single register for all securities in the capital market. Central Bank may sack staff. Lamido Sanusi, the CBN governor, has stated that some officials whose responsibility it was to raise the flag when things were going wrong in the banks cannot be absolved from blame for the crisis that eventually overwhelmed some banks. And now moving over to sports. Nigerian Tribune, NSC sets up National Commonwealth Games Committee. The tussle between the Nigeria Olympic Committee and the National Sports Commission took a different dimension on Thursday, as the latter disclosed its plans to set up a National Commonwealth Games Committee to take charge of the events and federations participating in the Commonwealth Games. Next newspaper, Okagware Adigun win gold for Nigeria. Blessing Okagware set a new Africa Championship record in the 100 meters after winning gold in a hotly contested final on Wednesday at the ongoing 17th edition of the Africa Athletics Championships taking place in Nairobi, Kenya. Meanwhile, United States-based Seun Adigun also won another gold medal for the country as she wrested back the 100 meters hurdle crown, which was taken away from compatriot Toyin Augustus. Okocha to no fate on Monday. Former Super Eagles captain Austin J.J. Okocha will get to know on Monday whether his aspiration to get into the board of the Nigeria Football Federation to represent his home state, Delta, will eventually see the light of day. Our Falconets are history makers. Nigeria's under-20 women's team made history on Thursday, that's yesterday, when they beat Colombia 1-0 to book a final date with host Germany on Sunday. The Falconets made us proud indeed yesterday. We congratulate them for progressing to the finals. And with this, we conclude this edition of Headlines Nigeria. I am Grace Ukot. Thanks for logging on.